Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Jason Pizzino. I've got an interview today with Justin Baldori. I've got him on the channel because he is another Aussie YouTuber interested in stocks. And now we look at a lot of content out there when it comes to investing, and I really like the look of his stuff, so I wanted to get him on, have a chat to him about stocks. You know that I like the look of diversification. Obviously, we're heavier into cryptocurrency, but at some point in the future, we need to understand what the stock market is doing and how to look at it and different companies in the market. Not only is Justin interested in stocks and investing, he's also young. And I find that super inspiring. I do watch a lot of young YouTubers because they just have the drive and the energy to get stuff done and to achieve different goals. So if you're also looking for some trading psychology or just that mindset play in general when it comes to your investing, definitely go and check out his channel after this interview. So what I've got coming up is a nice quick interview diving into the deep questions when it comes to investing, your mindset and goals looking forward. So let's check out the interview, and be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and of course head over to Justin's channel after this interview is over. Let's dive into the video. All right guys, we've got Justin here with us. Like I said in the intro, he is an Aussie whiz when it comes to the stocks. I really enjoy watching his channel. He's got a lot of great information to come out. It's not just the clickbaity stuff. It's got substance, which is why I wanted to chat with him today about his thoughts on the stock market and pretty much his journey to be where he's at now. Like I love the trading psychology around things and then people's journeys. So Justin, thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me on. It's been, a bit of a whirlwind journey in this whole YouTube thing. And, I never thought real talk, I didn't start the journey to even think about collabing with other YouTube. It just wasn't on my mind. But the more I get involved, the more people I meet, I'm like, far out. These Aussie YouTubers out there are freaking awesome. So the more people I'm meeting, talking to, just like yourself, if it wasn't for YouTube, we would never have met. Let's be real. I'm super young, as you can tell, babyface, 24 years old. I've been investing for a few years now. I started and I kind of didn't really have any idea how to start, what to do. So I bought a few index funds. I'm like, everyone talks about index funds, hold them for 30 years. You'll be rich when you're 70 and whatnot. I am more of a long-term investor, not going to lie. But the last year and a half to 2 years, I've sort of transitioned into more of an active mindset. I'm not like a day trader and I'm not trying to, get huge profits, but I'm more involved in picking different companies and watching the growth come through. I mean, that's me. I just love talking about investing. I love personal finance. I think the younger you start with your money, the better off you are. And a lot of young people out there don't think that. They think it's about how drunk I can get, all these parties I can go to. They don't think that, hang on, if I just put my mind to achieving my money goals and starting at a young age, it's actually a lot more reasonable than you'll think if you set huge targets. So, the early start, the better you are.
And what I find inspiring about your journey, even though, we've got 10 years difference between us at different stages, it's like I feel reinvigorated watching your channel and watching younger guys like you just come through and crush this. Where did it come from? How did you start that? What keeps you motivated on that? What do you see out there?
I've had this idea for a while of starting a YouTube channel. I love talking first and foremost, which you're learning this interview. And I'm like, what's a better way?
Makes interviewing so much easier.
Yeah. What's a better way to put yourself out there than literally start a YouTube channel? I hate filming though. I can't get good backgrounds and whatnot, but I'm like, anyway, stuff it. I'm just going to give it a crack because I thought, I was talking to a lot of my mates and they were trying to, talk to me about investing and personal finance and things like that. And I'm like, why can't I talk to my mates, but pretend I'm talking to all my mates out there on the YouTube hemisphere, whatever you call it. So that was my reason to start. But the way I stay on focus is that I talk about things I enjoy. So not every video I'm trying to please everybody, because I know you could give everybody $1 million and someone's still going to complain. So I just try and talk about things I enjoy and things that are relevant to my target field, which is sort of young Aussies looking to invest. I want to be classed as financially free. Now, that means that I don't have to rely on, currently I'm working a 9-to-5 job, but it means I don't have to rely on that. And by starting YouTube, it allows me to build a community where I can hopefully use that to, I wouldn't say my advantage, but we can all work together to achieve those goals starting at a young age. And I guess I'm just a really driven person in saying that no matter what I do, I try and be the best of my job. I try to be the best when I'm playing sports and I try to be the best here. I know there's always going to be people better than you, but I just like to see progression and always getting ahead of myself. I don't like to look back at the past. I like to see how I can move forward. And I think the more time you spend looking back at things you could have done better, it means it takes you away from the future of what you can be doing. So it's important to
Yeah.
reflect and learn. Like I get all that and I do all that, but you can't pin yourself down on decisions you made when you were younger or didn't start investing early, or that sort of cliche stuff, because you've only got time to change it. And here I am trying
Yeah.
to change it.
When you think back on things that you couldn't change, the regrets, when you're living in the past, it breeds anxiety.
Yeah,
And then when you're living in the future, it breeds fear, or
exactly.
again, anxiety, like what's going to happen. So
Yeah.
whenever you're living in two different areas of
Yeah.
time, which you are not currently in,
Mm.
it just ruins your mindset, which
Yeah.
obviously is the most difficult thing for us to do in investing and trading.
Mm.
We have to be in control of that.
I'm teaching people about investing, but I think my subscribers and people, they don't realize that I'm actually learning a hell of a lot because I'm constantly, like, I'm more involved in researching different video ideas, different companies, different
Yeah.
methods of investing. Like, I'm learning more now in the last few months on my channel than I've ever learned about investing because I'm so much more immersed in it. And I just love that. Like, I love learning new things. So just, keeps me going forward.
Yeah, that's the way I look at it too. It's like, I didn't go to university, but sometimes doing different videos, you've got to
Mm.
research a fair bit. And
Oh
then
yeah,
your marks, your grades are what people say in the comment sections
literally.
at
Yeah.
times. Yeah. People
Mm.
are like, "Oh, you didn't look at this, 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 this." You're like,
Yeah,
oh, damn, all right, I gotta work on that.
exactly.
So you're improving in your videos, you're researching more things. Does that then change what you invest in as you do
Yeah.
more of that research? Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, how have you
no,
changed?
500% change. So I think my view a few years ago when I started was just jump on the index funds, keep adding to them, and every 3, 6 months, whatever your plan is, catch you later. When you're 40, you'll have all this compound, which is totally a valid reason. I get that. But I've also found that I actually love investing in companies and, specific stocks and trying different investment ideas out there. That's, a majority of my portfolio is that long-term aspect, but I leave that allocation that I've just learned in the past year or so just to pick and choose stocks, see how I'm going, trying to make some quick short-term gains. Not because I want to be a millionaire tomorrow, but I just love it. Like, I really just enjoy doing that research and trying to improve myself in that aspect. So sure, I've lost money on it. Sure, I've made a bit of money, but my mindset has definitely changed. That I think for young people, you're at that great time where you can take some high risk. And now's the time where you can benefit from potentially losing money because you'll make a lot learning earlier in your life. And then you can correct that going forward. So yeah, I'm starting to take a little bit more risk, I would say, with my money because realizing that I am quite young and I've got a lot of time for it to correct.
What is your view when it comes when it comes to risk and the stock market, say, versus cryptocurrency, in between those two?
I think first and foremost, it's all about education. It's all about educating yourself, learning about what you want to invest in, whether it's you want to invest in, flipping sports cards, or you want to invest in Bitcoin or stocks. Like, let's be real, you're probably going to fail if you know nothing. But that's like with anything. You're not going to do too
Yeah.
well if you know nothing. So it's all about the first step. Like, people ask me all the time, like, Justin, I got $5,000. What am I going to do with my money? First thing I say is, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. The second thing I say is, do some goddamn research. Like, if you're coming to
I
me,
see that in your comments. You definitely say that shit.
yeah, if you're coming to me, be like, what do I do with $5,000? Then you haven't done your research and you haven't learnt about things in your own brain to help you. And that's what really frustrates me a lot, is that people just want that quick win and they don't want to put in the hard yards.
People aren't taking the time. Why do you
Mm.
think that is?
It's lazy.
Lazy. Yeah.
I think it's just
I
lazy.
guess it's,
People make excuses. Oh, like, I had one the other day. He was like, I work full time. I don't have time to research. What should I do? And I'm like, if you wanted to invest, you would make the time to learn about it. No matter how busy you are, it can be half an hour a day. That's all. It doesn't have to be 8 hours a day or anything, just little bits, and to improve your knowledge, to bring that risk down a little bit, and hopefully that reward up.
people with those sort of comments, if they actually took their money and just burnt every $50 bill, said, I don't know what I'm doing, they would soon, very quickly, start to research their shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like next time they had those questions.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like, just go and throw those dollars out the window. Just throw a little bit, then see how you feel. Keep throwing enough money out the window until it hurts. Then you'll get off your ass and go and learn something.
Exactly. And that's what, that's a big problem that I do see. It's just no education, well, very basic education. They're not willing to do exactly what you said. They just want, here's my 5 grand, turn it into 20 grand, no stress. They don't want to understand how they can do it. And let's be real, if I could turn 5K into 20K tomorrow, I'd be an absolute rich man. I've learned more since I've left school than I did in school.
Talking about your money, what are your investment goals now? Like, what does your portfolio look like? What are your goals now? So it's short term.
Yeah, short term, I'm still trying to sort of understand what the hell's even going on at the moment. My portfolio looks about 70 to 75% passive, and then about 25-30%, depending on what it looks like, that active style, all in stocks at the moment. Property, I don't have the capital to put into property at the moment. So in terms of goals though, I think, like I said at the start and earlier, is financially free. I want to be able to have multiple income sources where I'm not reliant on one income source, where I see a lot of people, and not to say that that's not the right way to do it. Like, everyone's different, but for me, I want to have multiple income sources where I can bounce off and I'm not reliant on that one income, because if you had that one income source during coronavirus, and obviously a lot of people were laid off their jobs and whatnot, it's a pretty stressful time. So I think the more you can branch out, the better it is.
Do you have like a time frame on it? Do you give yourself time frames? Do you like that?
Yeah, I like to set. Yeah, I do. I said initially around 30-ish. So I'm 24, about 6 years. So if I could achieve this between 30 and 35.
What does it look like to you? Income per month would be financially free for you?
Bare minimum would be about 2 grand, I would say. Bare minimum.
Oh, you'll crush that in no time.
But
12 months, you'll crush that.
But that's just pay the bills, right? I'm talking like, I want to like quite exceed that. You know what I mean? I want to be making a lot more than just that bare minimum. But yeah, I'd like to be sitting at about $1,000 a week of passive income of some sort. If you could do that, no stress. Like, that's an easy life to convert. So that's my ultimate goal.
How do you plan to achieve them? Is it simply on YouTube, or just see how things go over the next several years?
Yeah, it's kind of a mix of things. I don't want to be too all eggs in one basket, because then if property suddenly went to shit, then you'd have nothing there. If stocks went to shit, you'd have nothing there. I want to be kind of diversified so you can still strive if one area is to go down.
Well, that'd be interesting now that we got this on video, to revisit it in 12 months or 3 years and just see how it plays out. Like, what you think now, 5 years can be so different. I especially think of that 10 years ago. There's no way I thought I'd be here in 10 years.
Oh yeah.
YouTube only just started. I didn't even think it was a thing. I was also thinking we can do maybe just a slight rivalry between cryptocurrency and stocks, and see how that travels over the next 12 months to 5 years. Let us know in the comments down below if you want to see a little rivalry, Aussie rivalry, stocks versus cryptocurrency. And of course, while you're doing that, go and subscribe over to Justin's channel. Young dude is killing it. It's so enjoyable to watch your videos as well. So I love to see that coming out of Australia as well. We see so many of the Americans. It's great. I enjoy them. But for the Aussies as well, go and subscribe to Justin's channel. You want to add anything else?
Just a massive thank you to have me on the channel. And we'll definitely, there's also another chat on my channel. So if you want to see Jason and I talk, but me, they're flipping roles, go check that out. But yeah, we'll be doing this, as Jason said, we don't know how regularly, but it will be regularly. So support the video. You know what to do. It takes literally 1 second to hit that thumbs up button. It really goes a long way. And yeah, see you in the next video, I think.
I'm going to grab you for all of my outros. You make it so simple.
Awesome.
Cool, bro.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Until next time, guys. Have more fun. Get more done. Peace out.
Stay out.